morning, all of my silver rock stars out there. Welcome to the Heavy Metal Noise channel. I am your host, the Heavy Metal One himself, with your morning updates and what I believe is going on and how we should approach it. Also drinking my morning cup of joe. Western Desert of Utah. Boy, we had some great rain where I was at. Woo! I didn't realize that my wife had her windows rolled up because it gets pretty hot out here. She'll leave them down late last night because I'm a night owl. And it is just coming down. You'd have thought we was in a hurricane out here. And I jet outside, unknowing how bad it really was. I could hear it on my rooftops, my porch. And needless to say, her windows were up for the first time in a while that I've seen. Thank God. I came back to my porch area. I was soaking wet. I think I actually went back outside to enjoy some of the water. I didn't need a shower, I'll tell you that. I could have brought my bar of soap out there, my Axe, my Old Spice, you name it. And it was one of those rainstorms that you can't believe it. It's almost refreshing and kind of gives you a clear slate. Cleans the air out. You just want to breathe deep. You know what I mean, that nice rainy air puts you to sleep. But anyway, I'm rambling on about nonsense. I'm not a weatherman. So, let's get back to our deal here, huh? Silver. Markets hovering, bouncing around, kind of on a pretty boring up and down, speed bumpy type of a day so far. Mid $25 range. Now, the markets across the board are a little down. And a lot of this has been dictated by our great Federal Reserve. And I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times from other channels. You ain't going to hear it on mainstream. I'm sure of that. They don't really talk about the Federal Reserve because, well, what goes on over there, we're just going to keep that hush-hush. So the facts being, in case you haven't heard, the Fed Chair, Jerome Powell, is going to keep the monetary policy tightened and right where it's at, 0% interest. They're going to keep buying $120 billion of mortgage-backed securities. So what does that mean for us? A lot of money printing is going to continue, which also dictates how the dollar is moving on the index. And it started falling yesterday. And with that being said, you saw gold take a really huge step up. It almost hit $30. It might have actually some point during the day. Every time I checked our metals, the gold was high 28s, hitting $29. And silver, we were up a little over 70 cents at one time. I believe it got up to 75 cents at one point of the day. And today, it kind of pulled back. We're still up overall, but it's still one of those boring platforms that it doesn't know what it wants to do. And the powers that be have a lot of say in this. The traders, they also have a small pull in that. Well, I say small, but we really know what's going on. The major central bankers who try to control this market. But the dollar index dictates what our metals do. If it's down, we're up. Traditionally, not always. I actually saw it just the other day. Everything was down. It made no sense at all to me. I think I saw copper was up and everything else was down. This is a little out of whack. And being out of whack is getting more and more normal. If you know what I mean. We've seen that for the past year and a half. Things that seem normal shouldn't be. So, I'm not a financial advisor. I want to get that out of the way right now. I'm just a guy with a camera, speaking out loud, thinking outside the box, and trying to give you my point of view and what I'm doing on how to protect myself and the ones I love. So right now, if you're in the market and got that urge and itch to buy, I don't think right now is such a terrible time. You're at a decent platform. It's flat. It goes up a little bit. It pulls back just a tiny bit. The market dictates right now. It can swing up or down. There's the potential for the resistance level. It could go to 28. It only takes a hiccup in the market for that to happen, and vice versa. It could pull down to the 24s. We're on the lower end of that broad range of the 28 and 24. So if you want to pull the trigger in that range, like I said, I don't think right now is a bad time to buy. You're right in the middle, kind of a median. But be aware, if you're not exactly a long-term stacker, I think right now could be a decent time if you're looking to buy a little bit low and sell high. For our long-term guys like myself and most people who watch this, we're going to buy no matter what. And just like profitable stackers, like I said, buy now, because I don't think we're going to see any negative effects. This stuff is going to go up. They're going to print the hell out of this dollar, demolish it. We have the highest inflation in 3 decades. So this, overall, my point trying to be, it has nowhere to go but up in the long range, the long term. Gold as well. So adhere to that. I also wanted to point to the fact that if you're just trying to preserve wealth in general, this is not the only place that you have to do that, nor gold or copper, whatever your preference is. Retain anything that retains monetary value or just value itself is an asset, okay? If your broad range of doing homework, if your eyes are open enough and you can see around what's going on in the room, sports collectibles are going through the roof, sports cards. Fortunately for me, I am a huge football fan. I've always been into that type of thing. So I do have some pretty good, I would say pretty valuable football cards, as well as other collectibles that go along with my favorite sport. But yeah, your autographs, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not antique, but older. How about that? That's the only thing I can come up with right now. Older generational type of collectibles and memorabilia. Artwork is another one. You might see the top 1%ers across the world not only investing in art, but also cars. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, things of that nature. Rolex. They are sold out. Yeah, I remember when Rolex, if you was able to get a Rolex, that was a fashion statement and you were something, right? They're sold out. Everyone is getting them. It's not really a fashion statement anymore. You see somebody with a Rolex, oh yeah, great. I mean, it's not an everyday common thing that you do see, but I was just browsing around. Rolexes are just about off the shelves. And it's never been my thing. If I'm going to do something of a Rolex type of thing, I'd just go into my metals, because that's what it's full of. But like I said, if you're trying to diversify, if you will, it doesn't all have to be in metal. It's an approach that I greatly go into. It's a huge portion of my portfolio, but I'd also have collectibles as well. Excuse me. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Metals are not the only hard asset that you can possess. So, with that being said, I don't really have a whole lot for you today. The sales are generally right about the same. You're going to be paying a tiny bit more today as you did yesterday, or I should say the day before, when I came to you with those other sales when we were really down and I pulled the trigger. And I'm actually still waiting on a couple of more bars. They were supposed to ship Wednesday. I'm waiting on a email or an update because Wednesday has come and gone. My theory is that this inventory never came in, and it was for a couple of 10-ounce bars. It was a pre-sale, and you've heard me ramble on about those. I'll be doing an unboxing for you guys. I got an order that's supposed to be coming in from SD Bullion on Saturday. So maybe I'll just wait for all of them to get here at once, and I'll show you guys what I got. I'm really excited about it. And show you guys, keep your motivations high, because this is far from over. The battle has only begun. They can't keep us down forever. Because when this breaks free, and I know this, I don't want to provide content where I sound like a broken record and repetitive. I want to give you valuable information, all while staying positive, but also giving you reality. But like I said, when this breaks free, those of you who have been doing your homework and have been listening to not only myself, others that have a lot more experience in this field than I do, have been trying to give warning and word out to the people that you need to be having this stuff. Okay? This is gonna make or break you. It's a life jacket in the ocean on a sinking Titanic. I'm not saying it's the end of the world or anything like that, but I truly believe that we're going to see the toughest times in America in our history. Will that happen today? I doubt it. Could it happen tomorrow? We don't know. It might not happen for another year. These eviction moratoriums are about to expire this weekend. We're going to see a lot of turmoil, in my personal belief. And all those of you who are, if you happen to be tuning into this channel today and are in that boat, please, please, please seek out the assistance you need. Congress passed this huge bill, I believe it's $45 billion of rental assistance. Get in touch with your state's assistance programs. Go online for your state.org, I believe, or .gov. You could probably just Google the thing, your assistance in your states, and contact somebody. Get on it yesterday, okay? Don't want to see this to happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people and vice versa. I'm not the guy at the top who pulls the strings on why things happen. I just know I do the best with what the cards I was dealt. And I've been very blessed with a roof over my head. I've been homeless, living in a car, lost the vehicle, and lived out in the brush. And I've worked my way back. So, bad things happen to good people, and bad things happen to bad people too. I mean, like I said, I don't call the shots. I'm not the main guy who pulls those strings. But before I get off rambling on and on, losing your interest here, if you wouldn't mind, I am a small channel. I'm just trying to get the word out. I don't make any money doing this, so it's not about becoming a millionaire or anything like that. Your support just really helps to spread the word to another stacker, to somebody who's brand new. And in this together, we can defeat those ones who want to keep suppressing us. So, with that, keep your head high. Tomorrow's another day. Let's live what's left of today. Make it the best you can, and for the ones around you. Subscribe if this is valuable information to you. Leave a comment down below. I haven't heard very much chit chat from anybody. Throw me some ideas, something you're interested in. If you'd like me to search out some ideas for you, what you're curious about, hit me up down below. You can always email me. I try not to throw out an email address too much because I get flooded with them, but what I can answer, I will. And I'll do my best to provide some content on your questions and get them answered for you. Okay? So let's go out and have a great day. Get your silver. Good day to buy. So with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here, turn on some music, maybe do a little house cleaning, and do the best I can with my day. Heavy Metal Noise, going to go rock out, signing off. Later.